This is a quick video, I promise. I want to preview some new functionality that is in development and should be ready for initial testing by the user group. It's a new method for rapidly placing holds on a variety of OLIs from the inventory panel. Let me show you how it currently works. Navigate to Nursery, click on Inventory. Search for a crop that you want to allocate to customer orders. Yes, so here's 8 trays of Monarda 32s. They were sown for Cleveland Metro Parks, as you can see here. Another crop down here with 12 for Metro Parks. But let's start by allocating this crop to line item that require this species in that size. So click in and you will see 2 panels here. Again, we are under inventory. And the 2 panels are potential line items. So these are line items that could accept that crop. And another panel that shows you which line items you have allocated this crop, which is this one right here, to already. So in this case, we have several line items that do not have holds that could receive this crop, and no line items that have been linked to it already. The first thing is to enable the quick hold feature. You want to switch on the manual hold button. It's colored green. When you do that, then the candidate line items that can receive this crop get this new little action button called auto hold. To allocate this crop to any one of these line items, you can just click that button. Let's take a look inside and see and verify that there are no holds, so no quantity to hold and no crop is selected. So we are going to select, say, this line item for 4 trays for the initial hold. Click the button. A couple of confirmations, those will go away. And you can see that this crop 4456 and 4 trays of it have been allocated to this order. And that's without clicking the crop or keying in the number of trays to hold. That magic button assumed that you wanted to hold this crop to that line item, and it knew how many you had and it knew how many were on the order, and it just simply allocated them and decreased inventory automatically. You still have 4.2 trays available, so let's allocate those 4.2 trays to these 2 line items. We'll click on one. You see there are no holds. Click the magic wand and voila. There's the hold and there's the hold quantity. We'll do that for the other line item requiring 2 trays, and there we have it. So that's pretty cool, and we should have 0.2 trays left, which we do. Now, if you don't have quite enough availability to complete the requirements of an OLI, you can still hold or place a hold on whatever's left onto that line item. I'm going to do that. So this line item requires 4 trays. You only have 0.2 available. I'm going to click the magic wand and see what happens. Okay, so you can see that this line item remains in the potential OLIs panel because we have not reserved yet enough product to that line item or that order. You'll also notice that that same line item appears in the panel where there are holds because we did in fact hold 0.2 trays, which is all we had left. So there's the 0.2. Availability is not. But the holds are incomplete, and the fact that there's a little wand there indicates to you that you still need to allocate product to that line. Okay, so please test this and get familiar with it and make recommendations on how to make it better. Now there's another, it's not a new icon, it's just been hidden for a while. If you want to deallocate, so say this particular order was canceled and you want to release the holds on that line item. So as opposed to coming in and setting that to 0 and deselecting the crop, you can now just hit the delink button, which I will do now, and put those products back into inventory. Boom, boom. All right, so once that syncs up, you'll see that those 8.2 trays will be back in inventory available to hold on other customer orders. Let's give that a second sync up. While we're waiting for it to sync, we acknowledge that the inventory view might not be the most efficient place for this functionality to reside, so we will be asking for your input and feedback. Okay, so there is our 8.2 trays back into inventory. When you are finished placing your holds through this new quick feature, please try to turn the switch back off again so that you can work with other crops in your inventory. If you forget to turn it off, there is a routine that will turn it off for you, but it takes 30 seconds to a minute for that automated process to complete. So best practice is to turn the feature on, make your holds, and then once you're finished, turn that feature back off, and then you can move on. Thanks a lot for watching. Please provide feedback. This is new development in progress with the goal of making everyone's life a little bit easier and to give you more accurate information on the fly as you go. And we look forward to a full release sometime soon. Bye-bye.